Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at quite a curious little case over on Twitter. I feel like that's kind of like the intro to all my videos, right? Is, oh, I found this over on Twitter, let's take a look. But this one is just completely ironic to me, man. Like, it's possibly one of the funniest cell phones I've ever seen in all reality. Today we'll be talking about Neekolul. If you don't know who that is, basically she's probably more known as the girl who blew up from the OK Boomer TikTok wearing the Bernie crop top. Yeah, you've probably seen that video, I feel like. Well, if you didn't know, she actually has built quite an established career for herself off the back of this video and other viral posts that she's made. She's actually done so well that she was able to join 100 Thieves, one of the largest esports and content creation organizations in the world, as a content creator. In fact, that's kind of going to be the source of today's video here, is her newfound fame, money, and success. So I want to present some evidence to the court here real quick. I think this is how we're going to best handle this whole situation. So Neekolul has been known for her extremely leftist ideas, or whatever you want to call them, right? She has openly supported candidates like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders, and seemingly supports a lot of ideas of like democratic socialism, if not outright socialism. So obviously she blew up from the Bernie Sanders OK Boomer meme, right? Which, by the way, I'm not saying that believing these things is, like, inherently horrible or anything. It doesn't make you a terrible person. Here in America, like, you're free to believe what you want, right? Like, you can come up with your own ideas. Like, that's not the problem here whatsoever. It's how actually quick you are to turn on them whenever, you know, an opportunity arises itself. So she also has posted herself in clothing like this here, where it'll say, "Tax the Rich." That is an AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez crew neck. Once again, not really the problem. You know, you can believe, of course, that rich people should pay a higher percentage in taxes or pay their quote-unquote fair share or whatever, right? That's not the problem here at all, actually. The problem is, she recently posted a video called $2 Million Apartment Tour. My new apartment. So we're taxing the rich, you know, we're the wealth redistribution, like we're all about those ideas and everything. Hey, by the way, here's my new $2 million apartment. So when you don't have that much money, you know, you're all about like, all these rich people, these rich fucks gotta pay their fair share, man. Like, they gotta get to it. We need that tax money, bro. Which, yeah, I agree. Rich people should pay their fair share in taxes. Once again, not the problem here. The problem is, what poor person is doing a $2 million apartment tour? You spent $2 million on your fucking home, but you're telling everybody about how these rich people need to do all this shit. You know, they need to be paying their taxes. And how rich and delusional do you have to be to send me from the front gate to gate 1, because that's where you take the deliveries? It's a key, lady. I'm giving you back your key. Oh, and don't forget about her new car, by the way, because she's a Beamer girl. The car she's sitting in front of is a 2021 BMW 4 Series. It's actually a 430i convertible, according to her, which is a car that costs, at starting MSRP, $53,000. All about wealth redistribution right into that 430i convertible at $50,000 and your $2 million apartment, right? But maybe I'm taking this too far. Optimus, it's just a house tour, man. Well, the way that I see this honestly just comes off as extremely egotistical, right? This comes off as like legitimately kind of like flexing something that you have, which is fine, right? Like, flex all you want, but let's not pretend that this isn't somewhat egotistical to just get a $2 million house and then be like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna film every single aspect of it to flex on everybody and show everybody on YouTube. I'm all about wealth redistribution and taxing the rich. The rich need to pay their fair share, man. Hey, did you guys see my new $2 million mansion apartment? Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Yeah, there's a 430i down there in the garage, by the way.
We have this wine fridge, which I think that's pretty fancy, a wine fridge. We don't have wine in there, but it's fancy, so. We have our Nespresso over here. I actually don't drink coffee, but like, this is nice. You know, you got the famous oven that I burn everything on. We got this neat fridge that holds food. This is like Martha Stewart vibes. Like, I think only people that are like Martha Stewarts will find this very pleasing. Like, there's a lot of storage, that's important.
Yeah, because only people like Martha Stewart get to have a kitchen like this in the first place. I mean, you definitely didn't cheap out, let's just say that. You got a wine fridge you don't use, an espresso maker you don't use, you have stainless steel appliances, like, very beautiful kitchen, but I wonder how many poor people who need some wealth redistributed, you know, have a kitchen like this, right? Like, her explaining this kitchen sounds like a Drake song to me, right? I got a winemaker I don't even use. I got an espresso maker I also don't use with the views. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
And you guys can follow me to the east wing of the house, of course.
Yeah, you know, because all these poor people out here who live in their $2 million apartments also have literal fucking wings to their home. It sounds like someone's walking me through the White House. Am I the only person who doesn't have wings in their house? Like, I got like, you go 70 feet that way, there's the property line. 70 feet that way, there's the property line. Like, motherfuckers are really out here living in the east wing of Neekolul's house? Like, come on, bro. This just was not a good idea from the jump. Like, even if you are gonna buy something like this, which I'm not against, like, her having this is awesome and, like, good for her, for real, but it's literally like spitting in your own face, like with everything that you've gotten famous from, all your political ideologies that have helped you blow up. This is like the antithesis, I would say, of everything you've ever stood for.
Our little walking area here, living room area. This is my brother's nest over here. He's just staying here for a while. This is not normally here. Okay, I just want to point that out. A couch will be here soon. We have a beanbag where my brother also nests and plays video games. For now.
So you're telling me that you have a house so fucking large that you literally directly refer to sides of it as the east or west wing of your home, but your brother, who is staying with you temporarily, cannot have his own room and has to sleep on a mattress in the living room, and you're all about helping other people and like all this other fucking ideologies that you've now shown completely that you don't really care about. Like, what? Like, he literally is living like he's on the side of the road. He's got his bags against the fucking window. At least he's got a TV and a light. Like, yeah, but he's sleeping on a mattress in the living room, has zero privacy, is probably not respected. Like, what the fuck is this, man?
It has a view of how high we are, because it reminds me that we're one earthquake away from death. So this is a bathtub I never use, by the way. I never use this bathtub, but like, it's nice or whatever.
Yeah, you know, just one of the bathtubs in my east wing here that I don't use. You know, just a fucking bathtub that literally is in the corner from the GTA Online penthouses and apartments. You can see the whole skyline. I live on the 32nd floor in my $2 million apartment. Only one of the bathtubs I don't use. Actually, my other brother's renting this one out. He's been sleeping in this motherfucker. Look how comfy it looks.
I wasn't thinking I was going to show you guys this, but I might as well show you. But we have a pretty sick view. I just hate being on the balcony because I'm so scared.
That is a wonderful view, I'll give you that. Yeah, you can watch all those fucking commoners and peasants down there who live in their $30,000 houses. You can watch them all do their daily routines throughout the night up there from your golden castle. So a lot of people like bring up this point against Bernie Sanders, right? Who he's kind of like quote unquote the face of socialism or whatever here in the United States. I think he actually identifies as a democratic socialist if I'm not incorrect, but he's often criticized for the home that he owns, right? Because people say that, oh, you know, you're all about socialism and like, you know, helping out the poor, but you live in these nice houses or whatever, which is, you know, a fair point. It seems pretty contradictory to your own personal beliefs to live in a fucking, you know, grandiose home when most people don't. Well, Bernie Sanders actually bought a lakefront home for $575,000. Nearly a quarter of what Neekolul just paid for her apartment. I just also want to hammer that point home. He bought a lakefront home in Vermont for $575,000, and she bought an apartment on like the 50th floor of some tower for $2 million. Sounds like somebody got fucking fleeced. I mean, that's a different story for a different day, I guess. It sounds like you got finessed. I mean, it's cool that she got this property and whatnot. It really is. Like, I like to see people succeed, but I mean, this just seems especially contradictory to everything that you've kind of stood for your entire career. Like, if you genuinely believed that, like, oh, I should help people, you know, I should help people who are less fortunate than me, you would probably want something more modest so you could actually, like, live like the people you're trying to stand up for. Then on top of that, if you're really all about helping the less fortunate, why is your brother fucking sleeping in a quote-unquote nest in your living room when you have wings to your home? The problem isn't that she bought this, in my opinion. The problem is that, once again, it just stands against everything she's ever really kind of said online. You know, rich people were all delusional and everything when they weren't behaving the way that she wanted them to, but then when she became the rich, you know, now we're flexing $2 million apartments, so I don't know, just my thoughts on this. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, just laughing at this one, to be honest, and signing out.